My marketing approach has always relatively been the same since forever. Everything we do is we always try and use word of mouth, and we always try and use. We are never going to outspend the biggest spenders in the healthcare market. I mean, we're never going to outspend the NHS. We're never going to outspend people like Babylon and stuff like that. So we need to think of smarter ways to reach customers. And you got to also, I always go with the whole low hanging fruit, which is a terrible term, but it's a term. They're going for everyone up here, right? I'm going for everyone here and hoping at some point those big ones are going to drop down because they're trying to get more investors. They're trying to get more from for their investors. They're trying to grow and grow and grow. I'm going to take those people in their weight that they're missing. So we always try to go down the guerrilla kind of, yeah, the guerrilla tactics, do things really, really quickly and be in your face and target people in the right way. So we've always tried to have an authentic conversation with people. We've always tried to be the knowledge hub. So if you look at the website, we put up so many articles about how care is and what care should be and ways to understand the system and navigate the system where no one else is really doing that because no one that's not what they care about. They just care about shouting how amazing they are. But what we realized again from when we spoke to everybody was the lack of understanding. And it's not just in care. Look, and even banking, there's still a lack of understanding of how banking terms work and what's APR and what's all these sort of things. So there is always a great way to explain to people and be that trusted source. We've always wanted to work with people and feel like we're this small company that understands your problem because your problem is our problem. And that's how our narrative has always been is kind of a trusted voice of somebody that you could ask for advice and support, and we would always offer you that in a very honest way. We also then we spent money on SEO and on Facebook or Meta or whatever it is ads, but instead of trying to be everywhere like everyone else, we just went hyper focused and targeted and go the people we're trying to attract right now to the product, where are they? Let's go after them and speak to them in the right way. So even for example, we use a product called Nextdoor. I'm not sure if you guys have it there, but we use Nextdoor, which is like a localized directory based on postcodes and areas, because inevitably that's what we wanted to do. Instead of kind of going on and doing a Facebook ad, we want to speak to people and say, right, we're in your neighborhood. We have care staff, we have nurses, we have cleaners, we have this and the other in your area, and we also have jobs in your area as well. Come onto our platform. And we found that to be hugely valuable. But that taking that time to work out, okay, what is a problem? Like, I see a lot of startups that go out and raise money, and a large majority of their money is spent on advertising. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to outspend, but they haven't fixed, things that they haven't fixed. They haven't fixed their SEO. They haven't fixed their content strategy. They haven't fixed the branding. They haven't really like focus on what the product is trying to deliver and how they can sort of talk to those customers. And then they've got things like when they speak to their customers, it just falls down. There's a lot to do before you go out and start throwing money at a problem. There's a lot to do. And I think there's so many great examples of companies that have, like us, a large majority of what we've done is bootstrap. There's a large companies like, look at someone like Calendly who has gone out and bootstrapped. I've never seen an advertising for Calendly up until I think about a year ago, but they're one of the largest companies in America, based on based on revenue, market size, market share, and everything. But you don't need to always advertise, and it's because inevitably they use word of mouth. They hyper focus on the product, and then allowed customers that are already using the product to be their own advocates to bring other people in, and that's probably the best way you can do it. Having somebody advocate to their network for you is the best way.